I got a call the other day from an unknown number. Picked up and familiar voice on the other end. Ironic word, ain't it? Cause something else starts at the point that you departed. Hit me right in the heart. You always had me at hello. You know, the kind of person that you can't tell no. Why them two little letters so hard to put together? When you don't, it feel bad. When you do, it's no better. Things change all the time, like the number that the call was from. Memory forgotten, but life goes on. The world spins different when you getting it. It probably made the sun shine brighter, didn't it? But all things good must and tip ain't sweated. Shiny could rust even if you don't let it. Change is the constant. It's painfully obvious, especially when you hear from a friend who ain't called sense. When?
Man, Tanya Morgan is back. Rubber Souls is the name of the project.
Rubber Souls.
So that directly comes from the Beatles. What was it about that made you want to name the project?
I'm a huge Beatles fan, but I rock with the Beatles heavily. And apparently Rubber Souls was like the album where they began to get experimental and began to like kind of break away from, I guess, boy band image. Like they were essentially a boy band, but they kind of broke away from the sound they had been more or less accustomed to and people like their fans knew. But it was like a progressive album, an expansive album where they like tried out new things. And like for us, I mean, obviously, this is the expansive album. With the nature of the album and how we really like tried to go new places like musically with it.
Catalog beyond web blogs, the fans mad dog, covered in Kevlar. We'll live back home, building the model Death Star. The styles angelic, still in your repertoire. Now, reset cell, they pirated.
We had the beat for I Ain't Playing since the first, like, 2 years ago. Six played it for us, like, we loved it. And he was just kind of like, I don't know. And we was like, no, we love it. He's like, this doesn't really fit what I got in my mind. So we literally just sat with that beat like, well, we can't have it for this project, we want it for something else. And like, it came down to bonus tracks, and Six was like, what we gonna do? We were like, I ain't playing, we gonna do that. But yeah, like, it was pretty much, man, like, that track was, we went over to his crib up to his parents' house, you know what I'm saying? Like where he got like a little studio space built out.
Cooking out.
Yeah, grilled some steaks, made some chicken, had some drinks, and just recorded.
Chilling.
Like it was like a little vacation.
I have to find it.
Oh my God. This is crazy.
It's not a really boom bappy kind of album this time, in our opinion. So I don't know, other people may hear it and feel like it still is, but this song definitely is. It's like one of the more aggressive ones. Just rapping, there's no chorus, just rapping, just going.
Word.
And that's I Ain't Playing.
Oh, this record.
This joint is like, it's interlude status compared to the rest of the album. It's something like a minute and 40 seconds, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Super short.
But now you see why we fought to get this.
Nah, this joint feels crazy.
I like brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian, black, white, and Mediterranean, all of them, Middle Eastern and Asian. All I'm saying, I like brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
All of them was another one. That may actually be the very first song we spoke about. And the initial conversation of doing this album, we were figuring out the sound, and Six was like, I got something for you. I know it, and he like put it to the speaker, and you just heard the and we was like, yeah, let's use that.
Your other half's what I strive to be. They don't get it, that's fine with me.
Yo, when the hook kicks in, it's like the pocket that y'all rhyme in. The pocket that y'all rhyme in is still like a very hip hop feel, and then when this comes in, it's like, oh, okay, here we go. Like it's opening it up.
You gotta sit back, wait, okay.
Word, but it's like seamless the way right back in to the groove.
Live horns, you can't.
I'm lost in this joint.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, I mean, as a producer, it's definitely like I won't pop up trying to sound like 6 Cents, but like, you know, Q-Tip tells the story of how him and Dr. Dre had this silent, like a like a friendly competition on the low. They heard Straight Outta Compton and went and made Low End Theory, and then Dre heard Low End Theory and went and made The Chronic. So it's like Six will help me become a better Von P on the beats. Instead of like, you know, Tip didn't try to sound like Dre
at all.
He just became a better Tip.
Right.
You know, so I gotta come back as a better Von P on the beats.
That's ill, man. That's definitely an ill analogy right there.
Yeah.
How you feel, how you feel, how you feel.
30 and I just paid 35 bills. If you can relate, say, yeah. Who
still kick it. This was the one where we were like, yo, Rocky Evans, we gotta get him on something else. And like, when we were writing The Only One, if I'm not mistaken, or when we met him, Six brought him into the studio, and like he played this beat. And Rocky just kind of mumbles, like he's like mumbling like the hook to himself. Rocky, boy. The young Jimmy on it.
Yo, his voice, it's like he ain't even trying and he's like slaying it.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you just, and then that happens. That's crazy, man.
You just got it.
And I remember hitting Six like, yo, that hook and that beat is crazy. He's like, I'll see if Rocky remembers it. You know what I'm saying? But like, of course, Rocky came back like, oh yeah, I got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's definitely one of those joints, man. It's a little more like aggressive.
Right.
It's like more aggressive content.
Now, on the viral video that y'all dropped of this, the band is rocking. Like, how does that feel?
I was
hearing
just literally thinking about that. Like, it does a whole different thing to you on stage, man. Like, because you can interact with each individual piece of the record. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can like go stand by the keys. Like when it's a DJ, you can just like, you know what I'm saying, like rock to it. But when it's like this, you can go stand next to the guitarist and like the music he's making at that moment is what people like. It's, I guess if it's a rock band watching this thing, they're probably like, well, yeah, idiot. Like that's
right.
Coming from a purely hip hop background, man. We rock with live bands, but never to this extent. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's crazy.
Hip hop fans are very, 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 especially nowadays, very vocal and opinionated. And as though we always say, like, we want that new, we want something new. 9 times out of 10, we really don't want nothing new. So, how do you anticipate, you know, really loyal Tanya Morgan fans hearing this new departure?
I think in order to be a real artist, you have to know how to take people where they don't know they want to go. You just have to take people, and you know, if they want to go and watch the We Be video from 06 and say, we missed this Tanya Morgan, it's like, hey, well, you can listen to that.
Right.
But we still making good stuff. It's still the same MCs, still dope beats, still saying something. So you got to take the trip with us, you know?
Word.
That's how I feel.
Like any other relationship, it's about trust. You know what I'm saying? You've trusted us this long.
We're
together, you know? like, why would I do something to hurt you? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.